Beginner's Guide: How to Start Locks with Grid Pattern Sectioning. Hey guys, welcome back to Liz Locs Hair Studio. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to start locks using grid pattern sectioning. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm parting from the top of the ear. Alright, so this is going to be the back section. And that is what you do when you're doing this type of pattern. Alright, so you basically section off the back, and what I'm using, and yes, the mannequin fell off from the attachment. Yeah, it's really a struggle. So I put some gel, I'm putting some gel on the parting to make sure that it basically helps with parting a straight line. Yeah, this mannequin thing was quite annoying. It kept on falling off. Yeah, it's really a struggle. So yeah, I put some gel, and then I'm using the rat tail comb, the tail of it, or the pin side. So I'm just using the gel to help me part a straight line. But yeah, this was quite annoying. Which is one of the reasons why I don't really like using mannequins. I prefer doing hair on someone's actual head. But the mannequin is good practice, but things like this is annoying. It just keeps falling off. And the texture of the mannequin's hair is not like a real black texture. It feels like, kind of feels like Indian hair. But yeah, it was quite annoying, to be honest. And if you guys don't know, I've started a GoFundMe page because I want to go into the hairdressing business and I would like to rent a chair. So click the link in the home description or in the description box of this video. So yeah, I've started a GoFundMe trying to raise money for my hairdressing business because I am a loctician and I want to, improve on my skills, and I would like to serve actual clients, not a mannequin. Even though the mannequin is good for practicing or learning new styles, but it's quite fiddly. It disrupts my learning process. And yeah, like I said before, it doesn't really feel like actual hair. Even though it's real hair, but it's not the same experience. So yeah, now I'm going to part off the first column, the first row of the grid pattern. So I'm just sectioning it off. Yeah, you see, keeps dropping off. And unfortunately, I don't have a table. So yeah, I don't have a table in my room. So I'm parting a straight line. So as you can see, I'm using my ironing board, which to me was a good alternative, yes. But yeah, I'm really passionate about locks. I love locks. I really want to go into this hair business. So I was really paying attention to detail, because I wanted to make sure that the line was straight, and also the distance as well. The amount of hair that was in this column. And by the way, if you guys don't know, I'm about 7 months and a half locked. And as you can see, I'm at the ugly stage. So, I do have baby locks. Alright, so I've done sectioning this first row. So now what I'm doing, I'm spraying some distilled water, which is the best water to use for hair, whether natural, chemically treated. because it doesn't have any deposits. So the locking gel that I'm going to use in this video is by African Pride, and it's their Black Caster Miracle Extra Hold Braid Lock and Twist Gel, and it has protection formula. All right, there's no parabens, no sulfates, no mineral oil, no petroleum. And it specifically says creates part lines, tames frizz, and smooths edges without stickiness. Made with black castor oil and coconut oil. So what I'm doing is I am now, twisting the lock. Twisting, as I was doing before already. Then I'm adding the clip. Alright, so this is the first lock done. Okay, so now I've finished the first row. And now I'm on to the second row. So this is the comb coil method. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put these two locks into one. Because these locks are too small for the quantity and the sizing. So I decided to put those two locks together so that the sizing becomes equal. So I'll just, slightly locksmithing. And now I'm adding the clip. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the next row, which is the third column. And for this section, you start from the sides, alright? And one thing about this grid method is you don't put it in quadrants, alright? You start from the back and then you go round, That's what you do. Because if you part it into 4 quadrants, then the shape changes. So you have to section off the back and then you go round from the edges to the other side. And that's what you do with grid method. Grid pattern, excuse me. So yeah, I'm just comb coiling it. Make sure I comb it as well, which is what you have to do prior to starting the lock to prevent any tangles and so that the lock becomes nice and neat and doesn't have any frizziness. So it's a nice, smooth, beautiful lock. And put some at the ends of the hair. And now adding the clip. Twisting, and securing it with the clip. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so now I'm going to do the rest off camera. Wow. So I finished the other 2 columns. So now I'm on to the final 2 sections. Alright, so I parted a straight line. Now, I know that it's not completely equal, but it was quite hard to do because of the mannequin. It kept on wobbling off. But of course, if I was to do this on a real client, it would be, easier because the client would stay still and would not be wobbling. So when it comes to this section, you part it vertical. Just to section off the row that you want to do, that you want to lock. So I'm just sectioning it off, sectioning. Now please note that prior to starting this lock, I deliberately decided that when I was going to do the starter locks on this mannequin that I was going to make it quite big. So if you guys don't know, the quantity of these locks are, it was about 40 something locks. And the reason why I did that, it was because it was on a mannequin. And, starting the locks was quite difficult. The mannequin couldn't keep still. It just wouldn't stay on the attachment, which was quite frustrating. So I decided, you know what, because I don't want to spend so much time fiddling with the mannequin, I'm just going to make it as big as possible, but not so big that it looks like wicks, but like a medium large size. So I'm not spending too much time standing and fiddling, which was quite stressful and kind of hurt my legs a little bit, because I couldn't work fast because I have to keep on repositioning the mannequin, making sure I'm keeping the mannequin's head straight. So yeah, it was quite a challenge. It was quite tough. But yeah, I'm twisting it clockwise. And yes, when you do starter locks, you always want to start twisting clockwise, because the hair grows to the right. That's what you want to do. So that's what I was doing, twisting. And I have to say, I absolutely love doing locks. Locs is just, I don't know what it is. It's just therapeutic. It's relaxing. The whole motion of twisting and retwisting and all those things and putting it into different lock styles. So yeah, now I am completely done. So as you can see, it's quite big. It's not small. This is like a medium large size. Right, so now I'm showing you the grid pattern. So when you do grid pattern, the horizontal and the vertical lines meet up, as you can see. So this is not bricklayering. This is grid pattern, because look, you can see how the vertical lines are meeting up like a cross. You see it's meeting up. The vertical and the horizontal lines, or vice versa, are meeting up, together like a grid. Because with bricklayering, it kind of overlaps. This doesn't. So you can see how the grid pattern is. So this is quite big of size. This is less than 50 locks in quantity. So you can see, look at the vertical lines, how they're meeting up. You see? All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly put it in a style. So just imagine I'm serving a client. Now I'm putting it into a lock style. So their starter locks is going to be in a style, so they don't have to do much to it. So, when they get up in the morning, all they have to do is mist or put some oil. So this is barrel twists, or barrels. So I was getting each lock and each side, twisting it clockwise and then putting it round the barrel. One lock, twist, each side, twist, and then put it round. Put it round the barrel, put it round. And because the mannequin was fiddly, like this took some time. This took nearly 2 hours just to do 40 locks. Well, 40 something to be precise. Twisting it round, and then putting it into 2-strand twists at the tips of it. And now onto the next row. Twisting it. Twisting the hair round. But you can see how beautiful it looks. And if I don't show you the face of the mannequin, it kind of looks like a real client. Like a client with type 3 hair, or a client who's Indian, or, South Asian. But yeah, This looks really nice. So I'm just wrapping it round. Now 2-strand twisting it anti-clockwise. So even though the Locs is clockwise, when you 2-strand twist, you do it the opposite direction. Okay, so now I'm going on to the final row. Now excuse the camera positioning, but hey, I was tired and busy, so excuse the camera positioning. But you can clearly see what I'm doing. So I'm just putting it around the barrel. And yeah, I felt really accomplished. I felt I was quite satisfied. Look at my beautiful completed work. Wow. And then now I'm 2-strand twisting it. Oops. So I unraveled it and then twisted it and then 2-strand twisted it counterclockwise to secure the twist. So yeah, I'm finished now, completed. Wow, absolutely beautiful. Wow, gorgeous. Liz Locs Hair Studio. Wow. Stay tuned for more.